I see aspiring mathematicians, I see aspiring athletes, I see aspiring engineers and people who don't even know what they want to do yet, but I know when they figure it out, they'll be really great at it.
A lot of the kids that are in PUEO have huge amounts of potential, and if Punahou can do something to help unlock that potential, it's a step in life that can lead to untold opportunities.
The way this program started was with the vision of Dr. Jim Scott and the Board of Trustees of Punahou School. And I think that Jim, being a scholarship student, understands the need for Punahou to reach out to become really a member of the general Hawaiian community.
It really is our responsibility to give back and to help provide for those who aren't as fortunate.
It's not about necessarily private and public. It's about doing, having a responsibility as educators to make sure that we have those kind of opportunities to help our kids move forward.
Originally, the PUEO project was a middle school program. It was only for 3 years. But now we're going to go through, it's a 7-year project because we're taking them all the way through high school.
We're one of the few programs in the United States that allows kids to get credit during the summer in order to get them ready for high school graduation. With the generous support of our foundations, we were able to do this.
In the afternoons, they work with students that are either in college or are intending to go to college. So as a P1 Kumu, each year I had 5 students, and I remember each of them. It was really interesting because they were nervous themselves, you know, being at a private school, at a bigger school than they were used to. But they were all very intelligent. They all wanted to do their best. They all had this potential in them that they didn't even know was there.
I remember when I was a P1, like, even though we learned about college, it still seemed really hard and stuff. Like, it seemed only like really smart people can go to it, or like geniuses and stuff, but like having kumus that we became friends with and stuff, and they go to college, you see like, it's really, yeah, it takes some work, but it's really not that hard. Like, you can still do it if you try.
I just remember hearing them talking about college or whatever. They'll just say, you know, what college you go to and what they do there, and they're working with you too. So yeah, it's kind of neat, and like you just get almost more comfortable with it because you realize that it's not as stressful or as whatever you might think. And that helped me, you know, middle school, especially high school.
For my AP class, I had to submit like an essay to get into AP English. I gave it to the teacher, and she really liked the way I wrote and stuff, and most of it was stuff I learned from PUEO. Like even this performing arts class, we have to know how to write. And even with all the other classes we took, even though it wasn't focused on writing, there was still, even holiday time, it wasn't focused on writing, but we still learned how to write. I think it really helped me out.
I've watched these kids grow through the years to become much more mature young adults and to have more self-confidence. It's actually really heartening to see that they are not only just looking out for themselves anymore, they're looking out for everybody else too.
The students are really cherished as individuals. They are respected for who they are, and they start with where they are. They really challenge the students, you know, to try their best, and it's a big ohana. You know, everybody cares for each other. People are really learning to work together, and I think that's an important time for the students because they don't have that in the regular school day.
I think with any successful program, especially education-wise, it has to do with the connections the scholars make. You know, these scholars have found kumu who are already in college or planning to go to college, and they can see that they're similar, they're very much the same, and they had very similar obstacles to go through, and they find role models in these kumu.
They look up to us, and I think that's the most important part. I mean, they want an example, and there's no better example, you know, on why they should go to college than an actual college student. And not just a college student that wants to be there and wants to teach them.
It is the hope for the community. The school and the children coming from the school is looked at as a hope for the community. I think maybe a lot of the families did not have a means to be able to get their kids to college, so never considered it. And now with PUEO putting that hope there, and now the possibility that their child could receive financial support and get scholarships, which is so new to them. They're being the pioneers in their family. I think that's the key for why PUEO is so impactful to the whole community.
My family never really talked about it until PUEO, like, because I never really showed an interest in college. and I guess they weren't really ready to send me, but then like I remember explaining everything to them, and they're more for sending me to college, and they like the idea.
I wish more students could go through it, because they're benefiting so much.
PUEO is honestly one of the best programs I have ever been part of. It's amazing. I mean, you get to see children grow. You get to see kids realize that, they can do so much. And I think that is the biggest and most rewarding part of my job, is that I get to see kids realize their own potential.
If I go to college, like when I go to college, I would want to come back to the program and stuff. Like, I think I would be a kumu, and then it would be fun because like, not only are you in college, but you're also part of the program, so you could relate to the kids even better. And
I feel like I got to be a part of their growing up and their community, and I feel really blessed.